Salut, David Allman here. Today we're going to talk about the Palmer Fat 50. This is a Palmer amp head, the Fat 50. It's a 50 watt full tube head. Very simple to operate, which is kind of a trend with Palmer, but it sounds awesome and it works amazingly well with pedals, with a lot of different genres. This is not really specific to a particular style amp. It's going to be very, very versatile. So anyone looking for a high quality tube amp is probably going to really enjoy some of the features of the Palmer. This is a 2-channel amp, and we can cheat a little bit and get 4 different types of tones with this amp. Let me tell you about it in a second. Let's take a look at the controls here. Very simple controls. We have 3 EQ controls, one for the bass, one for the mids, and one for the highs. These EQ knobs are highly effective. Let me demonstrate. Right now, the 3 EQ knobs are right in the middle. If I play a chord, I'm going to get the same amount of bass, mediums, and highs. If I turn the bass all the way down, no more bass frequencies are going to pass through the amp. Same for the mids. Now I just have the highs, and if I turn the highs, the treble, all the way down, what happens? Nothing at all. Nothing comes through. So that's to show you how perfectly well calibrated these EQ knobs are. When the bass, mids, and trebles are all the way down to 0, none of these frequencies are going through, therefore you're not getting any sound at all. Let's go back to the middle setting. The clean channel has its independent volume, so I can have my own clean volume set for clean tones, and when I switch to the drive tone, I can have my own individual drive volume here, so that if I want to have a higher volume in the drive, I can. Of course, on the drive mode, you can select the amount of drive that you want to use. Here we're at 12 o'clock. And if I go all the way up, so I can get a lot of different types of drives here that's gonna match your own style of playing. On the drive channel, there is a boost that we can use. And remember earlier I told you this amp has 2 channels and we can cheat a little bit to get 4 types of tones. That happens with the boost. High gain and low gain. Right now I'm in low gain, so if the low gain is activated, this is going to operate in standard drive mode. And if I switch to high gain, I get a lot more drive on this channel. So here's the regular drive channel, high gain. Now let's switch back to the clean tone. Now if I activate the gain on the clean tone, I'm going to get an overdrive type of tone. Here's the clean sound with the gain. In other words, I have 4 main types of tones from this amp. Just 2 channels, but 4 types of tones. The first tone that I get is clean. The second is overdrive. That's clean with the gain activated. And then I have the second channel, which is my drive channel. And if I activate the gain on my drive channel, so 4 types of tones here. The amp comes with spring reverb, high quality spring reverb. Here's the reverb on the clean channel. The Fat 50 comes with a bright switch. Let's hear how that sounds. Here it is without the bright switch. Let's switch to the drive channel. I'm going to set the drive right in the middle. Here's how the drive channel sounds. Let's increase that drive knob just to hear how it sounds. Same settings, I'm going to activate the gain knob, so that's going to oversaturate the whole signal, and we're going to get into some very distorted sounds. The foot controller gives you access to a lot of different things. The gain knob, which again is going to vary between the two types of sounds on the clean and the drive channel. The channel switch, reverb on and off, and here we have a volume switch. This is going to give you a boost in volume. You can set the secondary volume behind the amp so that if you want to have a louder tone when you're switching to solo, or just have this extra boost sometimes if the drummer kicks too hard, you can always use the volume switch here. I told you earlier that this amp is not specifically designed for any genre, it's just designed to be a great tube amp that's going to sound good in any types of situations. Your tone is going to come out just the way you want it to come out, with all the nuances that are going to come out in your playing, but it accepts pedals really well. So I have some of my favorite pedals here. I'm going to start with a clean tone. The bright switch is going to be on, and all the EQ is going to be right in the middle. I'm going to switch on my compressor. Let's add to that a little bit of delay. Let's try a super overdrive on that. Now, how about the Sir Riot? Let's try that one. The Palmer Fat 50 is, in my opinion, a remarkable tube head. I love the versatility of this amp. It's not too metal, it's not too blues, it's not too clean. It's just a great tube amp that is going to sound awesome no matter what style you're playing. It accepts pedals really well. It's very easy to use. I love the shared EQ between both channels because you're going to have more of a coherent sound. Sometimes when you get some tube heads that have all these different knobs, it's a little bit confusing. This is easier to get the tone that you want outside of the box. It's going to really bring out all the nuances in your guitar playing. It accepts pedals very, very well. It works well with any type of guitars. This is a Telecaster, but I tried my Ibanez as well on this, and it works fantastic. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you're looking for a good tube head, the Palmer Fat 50 is probably going to fulfill all your expectations. I love this thing. And stay tuned. Very soon, Palmer and myself are going to organize a big contest, open worldwide, and you're going to get a chance to win this Palmer Fat 50 head. So stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, details coming up really soon. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time. Until then, salut.